5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. It is the Intellectual Dopes, and usually I have a beautiful guest here beside me, but this week I am the guest. This is a style of podcast, just me and the camera, that I've seen a lot of people who I admire do, all the way from Joe Rogan to my good friend Alex Vega to Chael Sonnen to damn near, everybody. They've all done some type of podcast just solo. And yeah, I figured you gotta start somewhere. Fucking iron sharpens iron, so this is the best way to get some skills. Excuse me. I have horrible burps. I am so sorry. That is one of the few things about myself I wish I could change. I burp all the time. Big burps too. And I haven't even had fucking breakfast yet. Shout out Plug and Play real quick, because y'all motherfuckers keep me faded. I cop about 4 plug and plays every 2 weeks, every check I get paid. I found a shop, HPRC Herbal Pain Relief Center, with a really good deal for them, so I'm able to supply myself at a very good price. But who am I? You guys have seen me do fucking 40 episodes now, and I haven't ever done something like this to introduce myself. Well, my name is Ed Raphael Babayova, and this podcast is mine. I love talking, I love getting faded, I love talking about cool shit, and I love hanging out with my friends, so I thought, what's the best way to make that a job, And that is what I want to do with my life. I also want to become a UFC referee and commentator. I would like to be the first one to be both of those things. I don't really see many referees being commentators. I would like to see people who can referee one night, commentate another night. But yeah, that's what I want to do. And you know what? I really, really, really love MMA. I remember at first I was talking about how much I love the UFC, and one of my partners in crime over here was telling me about, do you love the UFC or do you love MMA? And the correct thing to say is I love the sport of MMA. I love how technical that shit can look. The submissions are so beautiful, man. Seeing a Darce choke, a rear naked choke, a triangle choke, leg triangle choke. Beautiful shit, man. That shit is exquisite. Chef's kiss. You feel me? That shit is cool as fuck. But yeah, man, I'm out here waiting for my Hawaiian hot chicken. Best place to eat on earth. Love that joint. I would recommend it to everybody in LA. Man, doing these shits is difficult. But you know what? Fuck it. Only way to get better. I wonder how people think when they see someone doing a podcast by themselves like this. I wonder if it's something where it's like, hey, he's lame as fuck or he's cool as fuck. Spotify, YouTube, shoot that deal, Man, who do I like that is in UFC right now? Someone I like a lot, who I feel like is a bit of an underdog right now because he was on a losing streak against some really good people, is Edson Barboza, man. That motherfucker can throw some kicks that will end your life, change the way you think about reality when you wake back up. Those will send you to the shadow realm for real. But when he goes up against high-level competition like a Justin Gaethje or a Khabib, nice-ass motorcycle, it's very obvious, the ground game isn't there. There are people who can maybe outstrike him with their hands, but footwork, that's one of those fast twitch motherfuckers that can kill you with their feet. Kill you. I wish we could see him do more submissions with his feet, like leg triangles and shit like that, because that would be the best thing that he could do, obviously. Like, he has all that power in his legs. Imagine if he could use it to fucking choke people out. Excuse me if I'm making some big casual comments. This is my first year liking a sport. Before this, I was never really a sports guy. Fighting is the only sport where it's like, whoa, that shit interests me. I want to go see that live. I want to build a career around that. I want to do some shit with that. You know what I mean? I wonder what your guys' favorite sports are. Everyone I ask most of the time is like basketball, football, maybe some soccer fans, the occasional fighting fan, But not a lot of MMA fans. MMA fans are low-key, but they're hyped. And when I meet one, It's so nice to talk about how we feel about shit. Because most of the time people disagree with me. So it's nice to get into conversations with opposing opinions because you learn more. But yeah, man. I also have a different opinion on who is the GOAT of mixed martial arts. I think top 3, we've got to go Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, number 1. Number 2 is probably Khabib, and number 3 is probably GSP. Mighty Mouse has to be number 1 because just look at the man. He is never been finished. He only lost razor close decisions toward the end of his career. You know what I mean? Fucked people up in ways that I don't think anyone else has. He has beautiful and flawless technique. I think he's a true martial artist. He's respectful, you know, technical, tactical, just great. A great overall. I'm sad he's not in the UFC. I want to see him face high-level talent, the highest level, if you ask me, which I believe is at the UFC. But yeah, man, that's number 1. Number 2, Khabib. Khabib, he's undefeated. Undefeated. Never lost. Never been cut. Never been bled. Never been hurt, really. Just an overall GOAT. A legend. Never popped for drugs. Doesn't drink, smoke. Doesn't talk too much dirty trash. Just an overall excellent martial artist. GSP. An amazing fighter to watch. He's another one of the GOATs. He's only ever lost to those 2 Matts, Matt Hughes and Matt Serra, of which he finished both in the rematches. Matt Hughes twice in second and third match. So those 3 guys I think are really up there. Of course you have Anderson Silva's and John Jones's. But when you piss hot, See, I'm still new to this sport. So for me, it's a bit of like a weird, I don't know, because it's like, okay, well, you pissed hot for something you're not supposed to have in your body. And it wasn't marijuana, you know? It was some real shit that affects you. And it's just like, how, that has to be in a different category. If John Jones and Anderson Silva were clean, they would probably be up there in top 3. It'd be them and Mighty Mouse, constantly changing. Don't forget, listen, Stipe, number 4, Israel, number 5. That's just goes without saying. But if John Jones and Anderson Silva had never been popped for steroids, if Anderson Silva had stopped after he broke his leg or something like that, or his ankle, I think they'd be really up there for GOAT conversations. But certain factors that just take you out. Like if we had seen Khabib lose after his father had passed, it'd be a real different conversation of who's the GOAT. You know, if we see Khabib win that fight with Gaethje and get popped for some type of non-usable substance, that also fucks those chances up of being in that GOAT conversation. You know what I mean? It's not really... You gotta be in a different lane, a different conversation if you're gonna be using those type of steroids. I wonder if they called my number. Huh. Fuck it. We'll just keep going until I'm done. Hopefully not. But hey, man. How y'all doing? This shit is fucking awesome. I love doing a podcast. Y'all gonna see more of me very soon. I'm finna be on a little, some MMA channels, you know? I'm trying to level up in the world. I do this thing every week consistently, and people think I'm funny sometimes. So why not, you know, pursue this motherfucker? I'm trying to quit my little daytime job at Target. You feel me? That's not the move. Not the move at all. I'm sorry that this week's podcast is going to be so short. When it's just me, it's a bit hard to go on for more than just these 10 minutes. And even these 10 motherfucking minutes be hard as fuck. But you know what? I do it for y'all. Next week, we're going to have a fire-ass guest on. It's either going to be Alex Vega or some other motherfuckers going to be cool as fuck. But you know what? You want to have me on there every week. And y'all welcome for that, because I'm cool as shit. I bring them good conversations, them good topics. For example, it's hard. See, it's hard when I put myself on the spot like that, but don't worry. When there's another motherfucker to bounce these ideas off of, that is when it's gonna be really, 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 really crunk. And I'm not telling you it's not crunk right now. It's just hard to bounce ideas. It's like when you're playing Pong, but imagine you're in a box. You're in a box. And you are the box. And you're playing Pong, but the ball is inside. So you're just constantly bouncing that ball off of yourself. Just constantly bouncing ideas off yourself, which is not impossible. I'm great at doing it. I've been doing fucking podcasts for a year now. I have been leveling up, if you haven't seen. Especially if you've been watching my connection with guests who are reoccurring. I really have been getting better. Really. My last episode, I'm not even gonna brag like that, because it's not my spot. But I love doing these podcasts. This podcast shit is awesome. I know it sucks because I'm on my phone right now doing this shit. But you know what, man? The great Joey Diaz is doing his motherfucking podcast off an iPhone right now. So who the fuck says I can't? Who the fuck is telling me I can't do anything, to be honest with you? I'm the GOAT, the legend, the man himself, Ed Raphael Babayova. And this has been the Intellectual Dopes. I love y'all. Thank you guys for watching. And subscribe, like. If you want to be on this motherfucker, let me know. Peace. Let's take a good hit before we dip out. Where is this shit? One for the people. Smoke with me. Smoke one with me if you can. You feel me? Because why the fuck not? It's fun. I'm not recommending it for you. It's probably not healthy for you. And I should probably chill out because it's not healthy. But it's fun. Who the fuck am I to tell anyone they can't do anything? And who the fuck is anyone to tell me I can't do anything? Shout out to Hawaiian Hot Chicken. Shout out to Plug and Play. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to me. I love you. Intellectual Dopes. Till next week. Peace out.